Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name's Lefebvre, and today I wanted to try this fun technique to paint a spider web. So let's jump in and get started. Okay friends, so today I wanted to paint kind of like a cool watercolor spider web. I came across some really cool photographs on Instagram like this, so just like a couple examples, and thought it would be really fun to try to do it with watercolor. I love how the background is really blurred out, and thought you could do some fun stuff for wet on wet technique and then do some like intricate detail for the actual spider web. And if you look at the spider web there, it's not like a continuous white line, it's kind of dotted. There's a couple of ways we could do this. We could use masking fluid to mark out kind of like the white dots or like the lines, but I think for this I'm gonna try and use some white ink. I wonder if even like a white pen might work. We might try a couple different things, but I wanted to give this a go today. Thought it could be fun and easy, so let's just get started. So I'm painting in my Etcher Lab cold press watercolor sketchbook, the perfect sketchbook. I have it taped off because I'm going to do another painting here for another tutorial. I don't like to use the full page when I feel like it can just be like a half pager. So I have it taped off with painter's tape to get a nice border. I have my Shinhan watercolors, and then for this I'm going to be using like a flat wash brush to get the whole background wet, and then just a larger brush to a size 12 round to drop in some color. Now I think this is going to work best if I'm going to start wetting the background of the page while I talk. If we use darker colors. If it's too light, the white of the spider web might not show up as well. So I'm thinking for your background, it doesn't have to be like a specific like tree or anything or landscape. You can just have like darker colors, but think about what maybe you'd like in the background. Maybe you could just do like even like black and grays, like whatever you want. It could be like moody and spooky if you're doing something for Halloween. I kind of want to make it like greens and grays, and I don't know. We're just going to kind of wing it here. And I haven't actually painted this before, so I'm hoping it turns out. But we will see. Okay, so I'm going to grab my size 12. I love this green that I've already mixed here, whatever it is. There was like some blue in it, some olive green. Should probably wet up all my paints. Okay, and I'm just going to start applying these greens to the paper. Now, like I said, if you want to do a tree or something like that and have like leaves in the background, go for it. You're just going to do it all wet on wet, so it gives that blurred out kind of look. But I would say just make it on the darker side. I'm going to even add a little bit of Prussian blue. Okay. Because then that white will really, really pop. Maybe I'll do like a gray sky here. Like this is kind of some sort of field. Maybe the spider web is kind of hanging on to some grass. I could even grab some brown. I'm going to grab some darker green here. I'm going to get some indigo and some gray. For the top, there can be lighter areas, but for the majority where the spider web's going to be, I'm just kind of blending it all together. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is just the background. I want it darker towards the top. Okay, and this I feel like is just going to be therapeutic because we get to do the wet on wet, play around with dropping in colors that we like. And then once it dries, we're going to be able to have that fun of, you know, just sitting calmly and doing some fun detail. I'm going to grab a bit more green. I'm going to grab some brown too. Some burnt sienna. You know, it can be just kind of like a mix. It doesn't have to be anything specific. I want it a lot darker though. So I'm grabbing my shadow green. Doesn't have to be a complete picture of anything. Oops, I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll do just some leaves or something over here. Making it nice and dark. Just some leaf shapes. You can even, I don't know, let's just try like drawing some leaves with the back of our brush. Or even just, maybe I'll use a smaller one. Hold on, to get some smaller lines. I'm totally just winging it. I don't know if this is gonna look good or not. Get my palette knife. I'm just kind of drawing some leaf shapes. Maybe some grass. I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna let it fully dry. Hopefully it's dark enough to really have that white pop over top. So let's let it fully dry. Okay, so now that it's dry, I'm gonna try and do the spider web. So again, just looking at it kind of close up, if you can see that, they're more dots. So I don't wanna do necessarily little lines. I wanna try and do more dots. So for that I thought maybe using like a Posca paint pen, or if you have a white gel pen, all of mine they've run out. Or you can try and use like a white ink, even acrylic with a really small brush. But first, before I do that, I kind of want to lay out my spiderweb shape with a pencil. So I'm going to start here. And I'm just going to do this kind of like rounded shape. I know it's hard to see. And then I'm going to do kind of one that kind of comes all the way up here. And then one that's kind of beside it, going back to it. And then just kind of looking at the shape of this spider web in particular, maybe. I'm going to go like, kind of comes down, around. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? But I just want to give myself an idea of the shape. So it's closest, like they're almost like points closest to the center. And then they get further apart. I'm hoping this works out. I haven't tried this. Where did I put that line? Okay. It's a little hard to see. So I just want to do these kind of lines first. And they can be, some can be further apart. It's the lines that are like right going sideways, they're a little bit closer together. So let me just see how this looks because I haven't even tried it. So I have this white Posca marker. It's a 0.7 millimeter. So I wonder, yeah, this is kind of perfect. I'm just gonna do dots. Like you can connect some lines, so it's not all dotted. But I mean, this is just gonna take a while. But I mean, this could be a fun little activity that you do while you're watching your favorite show or, you know, watching one of my videos. Just something relaxing to do. So I'm doing like a mix of dots, dot, 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 and then like a little line, dot, 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 little line. Because really it's the reflection. You're not really seeing the string of the spider web. You're seeing the reflection kind of the moisture that's coming from the web, I think. So it might be the easiest with a pen like this. Let me try with my ink in just 1 second. I think this is gonna look really cool though. Okay, so for my ink, my bleed proof white ink, which is here, I'm gonna grab my liner brush, or if you have an even smaller brush, actually I do. I have like a tiny brush. Make sure it's nice and wet. This might be a little bit harder to get the precision, but it's still possible. Yeah, no, you can still do it. Same kind of thing. It's a little bit trickier just to control. So if you have, this could be acrylic paint too. Whatever you have on hand is going to be great for this. So just a white opaque ink. I'm going to use the marker, I think, because I think it's just going to be a little bit faster. And while this is nice to do just to kind of relax and watch something, I also don't have a lot of patience. But both options are great. So I'm going to do the lines going out like this. And then when I'm done that, I'll come back and I'll show you how to do the lines kind of going around. So I'm just going to speed this up pretty quickly. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna go around some things that I'm noticing on the web. So, okay, so closer to the center here, it just kind of goes around like this. So we're gonna do our little dots like that, just kind of connecting. But then as we get over here, it's almost like little triangles. Does that make sense? They connect interestingly. So it's not like just a line across. So imagine a line here and then it's like a triangle, 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 which is interesting. It's kind of cool. Makes me want to look at more webs up close. I mean, you can just kind of go across. I feel like I didn't leave as much space. Like here you can see. So I would do like the line kind of there and then it like triangle, 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 triangle. You see that? It's already looking pretty good. I really like the way this looks, the faded background. I don't think I needed to do the lines with my palette knife to kind of dig into it. I think it's fine without. But you're just going to go around and around, and it looks like these are a lot closer together. So it's going to take a little bit longer, but stick with it. So let's speed it up again. Okay, and there we go. So there is our spider web. Honestly, I think this looks so cool. I need to leave the tape on so when I do my other painting, it's there. But like, look how cool that looks. I think this is such a fun and easy painting. Like honestly, anybody could do this. So give it a go. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you gave it a try for yourselves, like look how cool this looks. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on all my other platforms for tons more content. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.